Okay, so was I right or was I wrong? Because season finale, the bishop was popped, or so it seemed, right? Because when I watched it back, he held the gun to his own dome. The guilt of Danny's death eating away at him like a tick on a hound. Danita standing to the left of him. CJ standing to the right of him. And then we heard boom. But we was outside the church. We didn't see the bullet go to the dome. We didn't see him hit the floor. Did he get shot? Did he get shot? Let's find out. In this season of Kingdom Business, we are back, y'all. My Twisted Life TV. We are back with the reviews. Let's find out what happened this episode. So we open up with Danita standing at the graveside, drenched in black. As the thunder rolled, the rain fell down around her, and Yolanda Adams' voice dancing on the wind as it howls about her. Time, if I had time, I let the morning sun rest gently on my face, but time is not on my side. I don't know the rest of the song. I don't even know the beat of the song, but that's just basically the words we're saying. That song was such hauntingly beautiful, and the way that she sung it, I didn't think I was at a funeral, but I was like, okay, girl, you're giving us some emotion here. You're giving us some emotion. Now, Dwayne had already told y'all that if she hadn't fessed up to her sins, that something horrible was going to happen to her, that her life would be ruined before it, right? But I wasn't ready. When she dropped that red rose on that black casket and it shattered like glass, I was like, what the hell is going on? What is going on? I didn't notice that none of her family was around her. I didn't notice that. That's all I noticed was her standing alongside this doggone casket, just singing a song. You know, sometimes people don't like to see the casket lowered to the ground. So that's in my mind. That's what I'm thinking. The rest of the family had walked away, and she's standing there, rose in hand, saying goodbye to the man that she was going to leave in the first place. You know what I'm saying? Saying goodbye to him. But then when they showed it, they showed the headstone, and the headstone said Danita. I was like, ooh. So she got shot. But she ain't dead, is she? Because she's standing on the side of this casket. Baby, they are wheeling her through the hospital in a frenzy. I said I should have known something, because when Dwayne prophesied over her life, he said something that was going to happen to her that was going to ruin her. The bishop getting shot surely wasn't going to do that, because like I said, she was going to leave him anyway. Now, CJ said it was all her fault. I said this all through season 1. I'm going to say it through season 2. The actress who is playing CJ is fucking stunning. That is a beautiful woman. Anywho, child, CJ, what you do, girl? What you do? Did you grab the gun from your daddy? And it accidentally went off and popped your mama? What happened, CJ, right? Because the bullet missed him and somehow ended up in your mama. Your mama is being wheeled through the doggone hospital right now, fighting for her damn life. Okay, so Taj comes in. You know, he was over at the other church, you know, watching Rebel have her baptism that she didn't go through, him in Essence. And so he had to run over from that church over to the hospital. He come in like, hey, sis, tell me what's going on. They say he's making no sense right now. And she steady saying it's her fault, it's her fault. How the heck is it your fault that my mama got shot? Tell me what's the tea, right? So she go on and tell the story like, you know, she indeed reached for the gun, and in the struggle from trying to get the gun from her daddy, it shot mama in the stomach. Danita fell down, go boom. But on her way down, she cracked her head against that damn hardwood throne that the preacher sit up on. Cracked her head hard on that and fell down. It was like she's still breathing, but it looked like she was dead. It looked like she was dead. So Taj look up at Bishop like, have you lost your doggone mind? You brought a gun to church. That's what he thought. You brought a gun to church? Bishop like, y'all should just let me die. I mean, no bad. You should just let me die, right? And I'm like, Bishop just pulled out a gun in church, tried to kill himself, but accidentally shot his wife. Where the authorities at? Ain't nobody showed up. There ain't no cops showed up yet at the hospital. The cops would have met the ambulance right there at the door. Where the police is, right? Now we know the police chief is the bishop's good friend, kind of, sort of, because they did have a little tit for tat falling out a little bit not too long ago. But where they at? Ain't no police, ain't no hospital security there. Okay. Anywho, the police chief did show up, okay? But he ain't worried about Bishop and what his mental state was like and why he tried to pull a trigger on himself. What he was worried about is what the bishop said, what he let come out of his mouth, okay? Turns out Danita daddy is the one who knew what the deal was between Bishop and Danny, okay? And Bishop is suspecting that he handled the situation. He found this out from Sasha because he questioned Sasha about why the heck, he questioned Sasha about the fact that anybody knew that Danny was blackmailing him. Sasha was the only person he told. Okay, so Sasha in turn went to Danita's daddy, Bishop Papa Lou Gossett Jr. Went to him, right? And so he thinking he handled the situation. That's all this family do is handle all the drama and all the with the schemes and everything that comes about, all the scandals that come about with this church. They always ones taking care of the business, right? But the chief denied any involvement in the situation. He said he ain't talked to Pops in a long doggone time. However, when the detective finally did get there to try to question him, he left her a little bit suspicious of his intentions. Okay. Now the doc says that the surgery, it went well. It was, it took a little long time, but the bullet went through her stomach and through her intestines, and it was minimal. The scarring and damage was minimal. However, the bullet is still lodged into her spinal column. We don't know if she's gonna be paralyzed or not. It don't matter. She can still sing paralyzed. Look at Teddy Pendergrass. He did it. He performed whole concerts in that wheelchair. Turn him off. Teddy did it all. Danita could do it too. And she got the Lord on her side, so she could do it too, right? But the biggest issue was that head injury, baby. When she hit that chair, I told you, it was a hard fall. She fell down, went boom. Boom. She fell down, boom, okay? Now, they in there, everybody say the only thing we could do is pray. Pray this. Malcolm tell them to pray. The doctor say pray. The bishop praying. Everybody praying for Danita's safety. Everybody but Essence. Essence in there laying down energy crystals and healing crystals and all that stuff. And they looking at her like she cuckoo crazy. Don't be doing Essence like that. Do not do Essence like that, okay? Crystals do help promote healing. Crystals do help with the transference of energy, okay? Y'all need all the help y'all can get. You better take them prayers and them crystals, baby. Better take them, okay? It ain't like she doing a seance over her ass and some shit. Now, meanwhile, I had not focused on Rebel this entire episode. She's still fighting the same battle she was fighting all through season 1. Her character has not grown at all. She fighting between herself and the Lord. I know that's a real struggle for a lot of people. So that's probably why they really focusing on it. But ain't you tired of the same old story for this girl? Ain't she gonna have some type of growth? Ever since she learned about Essence and Taj and the fact that he finna have a baby with her and he gonna stick it out with Essence, she been spiraling. Every action that this woman has taken has been over a doggone man. I mean, all her negative actions. She spiraled when Zane left, or Ryan left, or Zion left, whatever his name was, Zion Z. She spiraled when he left. She spiraled when this happened. She spiraled when that. She spiraled every time one thing go wrong for her. And she break a nail, Rebel spiraling. But then she act tough in the presence of other people, right? Anywho, if it makes her feel good to do anything that's against what she perceives as God will, she gonna do it, okay? She seems to be doing it out of spite too, because I don't think that she believed that God cares for her. Every time she get one good thing to happen for her, 2 more bad things don't go her way, and now she not good with the Lord anymore. The girl ain't good with pressure, okay? It's not good with pressure, especially when it's pressure in things that are trying to make her grow as a person or grow differently than what she has been doing all this time, okay? Anywho, well, at the hospital, Danita parents show up, Pop, and we got Loretta Devine playing her mama. I was like, this ain't finna be nothing nice. This ain't finna be nothing nice. We see what type of person Danita is. she ain't fell far from the tree, child. She ain't fell from the tree. And I was like, when did Pops get on the wheelchair? Maybe Junior got sick between last season and this season. But I do not remember that Pops was in a wheelchair. If he was, y'all let me know. I thought he was healthy as a lark last time we seen him. Who I did not expect to see was Tamar. Sasha. I know her name is Sasha, but Tamar seems to fit her. She don't look like no damn Sasha. Anywho, Tamar is the one who went to go pick them up from the airport and brought them to the hospital. And Pops tell Bishop, look her, if my baby died, if Danita died over and up in there, so help me. I ain't gonna be the only one pissing in the bag. I'm letting you know that right now, son. Trust me, I'm about that life, okay? Now, everybody leave out to go down to Danita's room, right? Tamar go outside, and child, she decides to sing in front of all the media cameras that was there. Now, I love me some Tamar Braxton. I really do. I really love the way that Tamar Braxton sing, but girl, you were putting 20 on 10. You were doing the absolute most. She was singing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. But she wasn't singing like that. She was swing low, sweet, sweet, sweet chariot. Coming. I say he coming. I say he coming. Forth to carry me. I said he carrying me. He carrying me home. I was like, girl, no, ma'am. I wanted her sweet chariot so low that we couldn't hear her singing right now. I wanted her to come forth and carry her the wet heck away from my earshot. I really did. Like, no, just no. Tamar, you was doing the most, girl. You know you was doing the most. You know you was doing the most. Anywho, Loretta Devine, Darlene, that's her mama name, right? She holds like a family meeting and decides to kick Essence out. And Essence like, hold up, I'm family. What you talking about? No, you ain't the right kind of family. Go. I'm quite sure you don't want to be here anyway. That's basically what Loretta tell her, right? So, she kicked Essence out, and they also tell Bishop, we kicking you out too. As the head of the church, we taking back over until we can find somebody more suitable. Bishop was like, hold up, you can't do that. That's my doggone church. Now, Bishop, right before you try to shoot yourself, didn't you just tell everybody that was your last sermon that you were stepping down? So what's the complaint? Okay, anyway, I guess because they telling you can't do it. Then she tell Taj that he taking over the record label. Now, CJ already got Taj's job. And Taj is like, hold up, CJ in my position. She can run the doggone label. Plus, I don't work there anymore. Mama fired me. I work for somebody else right now. They said, we don't care. It's time to come home. It's time to come home. So CJ walked out. Taj walked out. And I'm like, he should be able to catch up to Essence because she ain't went too far. He told her to go home and get some rest and change, bring him back to change clothes, something like that. Anyway, after everybody leave, Bishop decides he gonna confront Pop. He was like, it was you, wasn't it? You the one who killed Danny. You the one that offed her. Pop say, boy, the kingdom business is a whole lot bigger than you. Calm down. Bring your tone down something. Because I will gladly watch you hang yourself. Matter of fact, that's what you should have done in the first place instead of trying to use a gun because you ain't good with that. Okay. I was like, ooh, leave these men of God. These men of God. Now, I told you I hadn't really said much about Rebel. Rebel ass came into the hospital. She didn't go in because she was confronted by the detective, right? The detective partner was like, hey, let me go talk to you, find out what happened with the shooting at the church. She wasn't even at the church, so what could she possibly tell you about the shooting? She was like, well, you know he confessed to sleeping with your friend Danny. She said, I didn't need to hear that confession. I already knew that. I found the tape, remember? I gave the tape to you, so you already knew that. But she convinced her to go ahead and talk with her, right? Now, she left with the detective, but now Rebel ass over her at the club. And I'm like, wait a minute, didn't the club burn down? Did they rebuild the club, y'all? I do not remember Dex rebuilding that club. I thought the club burned down. Thanks to Danita, because remember she set that mug on fire. Anyway, Rebel went back to Dex's club and begged him for a doggone job, right? I was like, girl, you are not that destitute. You are not that destitute. Her self-esteem is really in the gutter. It really is. Although she be acting high and mighty, all big, bad, and bougie, she is really a gutter sniper when it comes to mentality, right? To her self-esteem. So I'm like, you went to Dex of all people. Dex ain't the only strip club in town, is he? I know he ain't. Y'all know I don't like Rebel character. I roll my eyes more at her character than I do rooting for her. I really do. I like this show. And she but I don't like her character. Oh my goodness. I'm supposed to be rooting for her, right? 'Cause she's supposed to be like the underdog. I just don't give a damn about Rebel, for real. Anyway, let's go back over to the people I care about. Danita and her crazy ass family. Danita's parents are a mess. They sitting there already writing her obituary. She ain't even dead. She ain't even on the brink of death. She's in a coma, but for the most part, she is stable. Now, I know people make funeral arrangements prior to death. Most people I know already got burial plots. I already got one myself. I got that done when I was getting out the military. But to sit there and write your obituary, or write somebody's obituary and they ain't gone. And I've heard people that write their own eulogy too, right? And usually when the people write their own eulogy, they about to die. They know they finna die. They feel it in their spirit, or they die soon, right? If they write she writing her obituary. Y'all doing the most right now. She ain't touch and go. Like, come on now. Well, I didn't realize it's supposed to be the same day, maybe the next one possible. CJ, somehow she changed clothes. She had on a dress and she changed to this sweater. I don't know where the sweater came from. Everybody else appears to be in the same clothes the entire time. Essence, she was sent home. She did come back in different clothes. She was sent home, right? Rebel done went to church to get baptized, but she didn't do. She laid down a record with an artist. She went to dinner with the cop. She went over to the strip club, asked for a job. Now she back at the hospital sitting down with Taj, and they singing a song that he just made up. But she surprisingly knows all the words. He ain't got no written words there. He was just upstairs saying a prayer to his damn mama, right? And he took that prayer and now is putting it to song, so ain't no words written down yet. But what's her face? Rebel know all the doggone words. She doing all the ad libs. I can understand you ad lib, but she's singing the full damn lyrics with him. Okay, and they sitting there, they all like this singing and stuff like that, and it's seemingly a love song, but it's possibly a love song to God. You know what I'm saying? But they're singing this song, and they looking at each other while they singing the words, and they feeling the emotion, whatever. And here come Essence. She came back, not a single pair of clothes in her hand, because remember she's supposed to get some clothes for Taj when she went home, and got a single pair of clothes in her hand. She come back and she watches them silently. Now this is not Essence. Essence is not a quiet person. Essence don't sit back and bite the bullet. Essence speaks her mind, but she sit back and watch them sing this song so silently, so lovingly to one another. And she walks away because she knows, because she uses crystals and shit. She know the energy. That told you don't be sleeping on Essence and her crystals and energy stuff. She knows the energy. She felt the energy between them, right? Mm-hmm. Now, when Bishop was down there in the church, because they've been back and forth in the hospital church all night, right? Because they leave it open 24 hours. Some random man was in there praying. He came up to Bishop and asked him to pray for him, right? Well, this random man is now in the private room of a coma patient, laying hands on her. I said, who he supposed to be, Jesus? They say that he come in disguise of any man. He could be the person sitting next to you on the bus stop. Who is he supposed to be, Jesus? Well, before I get to who he is, let me remind you, Caesar was supposed to have filed charges against Danita for his song credits, his producing credits on her album that she celebrating 30 years of. And she promised him that she would put his name and give him credit on those doggone records, right? When she did her listening party, she didn't do that. So Caesar was like, okay, I stopped my injunction because you made promises to me and you going back on your promises. So we're going to push forward with the doggone lawsuit. Well, his lawyer came up to him and said, hey, boy, we got the papers filed. They will be served. Now he like, hold up, wait a minute. She in a whole doggone coma. Lawyer said, I don't care. This is the perfect time. Okay, while her songs are blowing up while she in this coma, this will make your money a little more lucrative whenever you do get it. Okay. And no, Caesar's like, no, that ain't the type of person I am. Okay. I'm not that person. Well, the lawyer is that type of person. So we got that case happening right then, right? So Caesar shows up to the hospital, and of course, his parents, or Danita's parents, don't want him there because remember, Caesar was the boy that she fell in love with that they didn't want him with in the first place, right? That's how she ended up with Bishop. But, Caesar got to say his piece, and he did tell Bishop, hey, it's about to come down on y'all, right? My lawsuit is coming. I tried to slow it down. I tried to pause it until she recovers. But, hey, I ain't got no push, no pull in the courts like that. We gonna see what's gonna happen, okay? So, and y'all know, all of season 1, what my theory was about Caesar being one of the kids' daddy, right? So while this man was praying over Danita and laying hands on her, he put his hand over her stomach, his hand on her head. She comes to, snatches his hand. I say, she grabbed the hem of his garment because she's like, oh, I already asked the question. Is he Jesus, right? She grabbed the hem of his garment. She grabbed his arm and she says, who are you? He says, I'm your son. I said, what now? Your son? What? Okay, now all this time I'm up here assuming that Caesar is Taj's daddy, and it comes to find out that it's another kid out there. It's another man out there. Now he did kind of look like Taj, didn't he? When he was in the room praying and they focused on his face up close, he kind of looked like Taj. Is that Caesar's son? Child, is this the truth that Dwayne been telling her to tell all this doggone time? Is this the truth? Dwayne said you need to tell your truth. So maybe it ain't the truth about Caesar and that he's supposed to have writing credits on all these songs and this, that, and the third. Maybe the truth that should be coming out is the fact that her son is alive. He know who she is. How he know who she is? Guess we gonna find out and see in episode 2. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. We're going to get episode 2 next week. I'm going to do these weekly. I'm not going to do multiple in one day. I'm not going to do multiple one day. Y'all know the episode is already up. If y'all want to go ahead and watch episode 2, go ahead and watch it. It's on BET Plus, child. And I will see y'all in the next video. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for being here. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know how y'all like this episode. Did y'all watch it? If y'all haven't watched it, why not? Peace.